Finally, my options. I'm just going to go into here. I'm going to do the same thing. This time I'm going to duplicate my options so you see what the options are. Options that I have. Okay, let's talk about what all these options are. Scroll to what time? This just tells you where you want to scroll. And again, we have this whole help system. So what time do you want to scroll your calendar to when you first open it? The next one is event action icons. Those you actually can show a little delete button on the action item itself. You want the calendar to be read only. They won't be able to make any changes. Time, step, and minutes. So that tells you how finite you can make your drag and drop. You can make it every 5 minutes if you want, or every 1 minute, or every 30 minutes. Depends how you schedule your events. This is a speed. This allows you to change the speed at which your calendar is drawn. So what happens is if you choose month, every time you go to a page that needs to draw new events, it'll go to the server and grab a month's worth of events at a time. You can make this just that day that I'm looking at, just the month. So it's just an optimization call. Resources scroll. This is kind of a cool feature. In fact, I'm going to make this change so you see what the difference is. I'm going to put this here so you can see what this is. You can't really see it. If you look in the back here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resources in this resource view. Resource scroll is a pretty cool feature that allows me to say, look, I want to scroll, I only want to show 3 on a screen at a time. And I'll show you the impact of that. This allows me to start on Monday. Timeline span tells me how many days I want to show in the timeline view, which I haven't shown you yet. Start on Monday, start time. Start and end time are actually definitive times of when people can schedule events. If you say, I want to start at 10 a.m. and end at 5 p.m., people won't be able to schedule events on that calendar for other times. It'll just work within that time frame. There's 2 options, drag to create and double click to create. And the last one is another optimization tool, and that is refreshing your entire calendar. And the point of that is if you're in a work group, when you're working on your own event and you open it up and you edit it and you close the event, that one event is refreshed. And you can see the default here is no. But if you're working in a work group and a lot of people are changing events, you want to see that on a regular basis. So every time you edit an event, the entire calendar can be refreshed if you want. And the one other piece I wanted to show you is that you can also label your resources tab and your timeline tab whatever you want. I'm just calling it resources and timeline, but you can call them whatever. And the other piece is, do you want to make this a European time or an American time? So I'm going to click OK. And done. Oof, that theme is ugly, isn't it? Courier. Okay, so now I'm only showing 3 units or 3 resources at a time, and I have an arrow that I can scroll one by one to the next resources.